join us in the Audi with my mate Dan, which can mean only one thing. You can probably hear it rattling around in the back. We have got a trailer in tow, and we are out on adventures with MEC-TEC and Dan Robin, as our mate MEC-TEC would say, and we are going to pick up the new project which I have mentioned in a previous video. Now, for any car guy, their version of what is the pinnacle is obviously going to be different, but for me it's finding a car that has been untouched, you could say a barn find maybe, for best part of 25 years. I think it's been sitting 23 years, this car, so it's been sat in the same spot, not in a barn on a drive unfortunately, but it has deteriorated somewhat whilst it's been sitting there. Unfortunately, can't do much about that, but finding a car that's totally untouched and has been sitting there for 23 years is my idea of heaven. So, as you can expect, I've bought it. So we're on our way there now to go and pick this up. We will pick up with you guys when we get there, and I will show you exactly what we've bought. Coming in, how many of you think I'm absolutely crazy and I should have run a mile? Well, you are completely wrong. This is how I love to find cars. Totally original and untouched. I have seen this car sitting here for the last at least 15 years, and looking at the tax disc and the original MOT that we last had, it was been sitting here for 23 years now, so it's been there a fair while. It needs a bit of love, but that is where I come in. So let me grab the camera and we'll have a little look around and see exactly what we've got. Right, so this is going to be the first look round. Now I have to say a massive thank you to the owner, Tom. He's pumped the tyres up for us already. Unfortunately that one has gone down within about 20 minutes, so that is absolutely knackered, but the other three are still holding air at the moment. So as you can see, we've got a few little bits of trim that are coming off here and there, and obviously the lacquer's failing all over, but I think with a good jet wash and a clean, I reckon it will do it an absolute world of good. As you can see, we've got a nice little bit of mould going around there and you can see the Excel SE decals on the back and on the side there. I haven't been inside this car yet at all. This is as I've turned up, and we've not done anything yet, so I'm going to just quickly walk around you with it now, and I'll get Dan to hold the camera for me in a minute and we'll open it up. He's the owner, Tom, hasn't even been inside it for years, he said, so we are going to be the first people to obviously go inside it for a long while. So let me grab the keys and I'll show you what the inside's like, and I'm going to be seeing it for the first time as well. Right, got our keys there, the old immobiliser fob and all that sort of game. So this hasn't been touched, so it's may need a bit of persuasion. It does need a bit of persuasion, I think it's stuck there. Don't know which way it's supposed to turn to open. Alright, let's try around the other side, see if we can get in there. Dan's on the camera at the moment, and the lock's completely gone in that one, so I can't do anything with that. Right, okay, that's going to be the first issue then. We've got to try and get into it. We've got some WD-40 with us, so we'll grab that.
I'll go and see if there's another key, shall I?
Yeah, you can do, yeah. Give us a camera set. I'll grab the WD-40. Dan's going to grab another key, and we'll see if we can get into it. Obviously, being sat for this long, and I'm just grabbing the WD out of the old box in here. Being sat for this long, it's going to need a few things to get into it. Dan's got another set of keys here. Oh, lovely. Yeah. Is that a Ferrari keyring? I wish it was a Ferrari. One day, maybe. Right, let's give this a squirt in there. Yep. Hold that for us then. Oh, there we go. I was going to say the straw and the WD wouldn't fit in the lock, but let's try one of those ones, mate. It looks like it's operating the handle going that way, but not that way. Spraying it in there. Just about to see the lock, so.
There is another key on that second bunch as well.
Well, that one?
That one, yeah, I don't know if that will fit or not.
I don't know which keys for what. No, that won't go in there.
No.
I'm going to jam it in there. Let's just try this other one again. So we've come across our first hurdle already. We can't get into it. There's a slight issue, as you can probably imagine. Okay. We can't get in through the boot, can we? Because there's no way in through there, is there? Should we see if the boot opens? Oh. Hey. Well, look at that in there. PepsiCo jacket. That's old school, isn't it? And the battery's in there as well, look. Boot looks in good nick, doesn't it?
Looks okay, doesn't it?
Yeah. Original. What's that, Rob? Is that a boot mount of some sort? Boot mount of some sort. Black & Decker sanding sheets. There's the
old battery there.
Good bit of photography from Dan. He's helping me out with the camera today, as well as everything else. But we can't actually get in.
25-year-old coolant.
God, can you imagine? We can't actually get in through there though, can we? Because I think that's just a firewall.
No, it's just, yeah.
That's the fuel tank behind there, which I dare say is going to need draining. Okay, right. That's kind of start on its own, so that's a good start. Right, so the boot lock works, but it's not going to help us. Let's pop that back up. Right. I think we might have to work on this for a minute and see what we can do with it. Is it worth asking Chris if he knows any tricks to get into them? Feels like it's doing something, but it's...
Let's have a feel.
Oh, go on, have a go. Kind of feel it, I don't know, it feels like it's got to go the other way to unlock it almost, doesn't it? They don't want to force it.
No.
Joys of old cars, eh? That key looks like it's got a bit more meat on it, does it?
Sure, they're
the same, aren't they?
I think they're the same, aren't
they? Yeah, look the same. Yeah.
Either one then.
In
fact, yeah, because it is turning, isn't it, once you get...
Yeah, that way's turning, yeah. See the handle pop out when you did that, see?
Yeah.
That's what, but I don't know if that's just because it's pushing on it and it's...
There's no
resistance there, is there? No. Right, well, we're going to have a little play with this for a minute and see if we can get in, and when we get it open we'll come back to you. The handles come off of this side, but we cannot get this side to open at all at the moment. But Dan the man has got into the passenger side, but he's clicked it open and not opened it so he could see we could film it going in. So that is as it is. The handle came out. Did that just come out on its own, the handle?
It started to come out, so then just sort of unclicked it then.
Yeah, same, yeah. Because I think this ends, yeah, exactly the same thing. It's broken around where the lock clicks into it. They're both the same, yeah. So that's okay though, we can...
Yeah, it's sort of hinged out like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what this one did, yeah.
That way, then.
On the other side, yeah. So this is the first time opening this in, I don't know how many years. Sounds a bit crunchy.
Yeah.
We might put a bit of WD down there, would you reckon? We might have, yeah, we may have to work. Oh, look. That's seen better days.
It's all on there as well.
Yeah, I think there's a new frame on that side, I think. But this is to be expected. Right, let's we'll grab some WD and spray it down them hinges. Bearing in mind this hasn't probably been open for 23 years either, or if it has been open it's not for a long while. Tom the owner can't remember how long ago he last opened it, so it shows you how long ago it was. Where are the hinges? Are they that side or this side? Just spraying it in anywhere at the moment to try and get some sort of lubrication in there. But yeah, it does look like the fiberglass has come away.
On the floor there.
Yeah. Bit of rust falling out the bottom of that. Is it going anymore?
Yeah, it is, but it's very stiff. I'm worried it's just going to shear the whole hinge off.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking. I'm just spraying some WD everywhere in there to try and... Let me get that around there a minute, Dan.
Right.
Now go closed. That's it. No, I'm going in there. Hang on. Don't actually know what I'm spraying, but go on, try that. The more he opens it, the more rust falling out on the floor. You know when I said I made a good purchase? Oh, look at the interior. The interior looks mint. Look at that. There's not a mark on that interior.
The seats look good, don't they?
They do, yeah. Look at those jazzy 90s mats that are in there. They're different. And we can see that on the camera. I'll get in there in a minute. Right, I'm going to just switch the camera for a second and we're going to get some more WD in there. See if we can get this open. Right, the door is open and it wasn't playing ball. It is somewhat rusty in there, as you can probably see. Just about seeing the hinges in there. So they are going to obviously need to come off. Oh, well done, Dan. Get a little torch in there and see what's what as far as what's come away and what's not. I'm hoping if it's anything that's come away, it's on the door side, not the pillar side. There we go. Look at this. We've got in there that Mr. Fizzer wrapper and a Fox's mint wrapper. There you go. Original black speakers on there.
They've got electric windows.
Electric windows, how about that? It's got aircon. It's got aircon. It's got aircon. That was an option. AC. Look at the dash. I suppose before I sit in this anymore, I should probably take a few more shots of it as it is, shouldn't I? Getting excited now. Did Mr. Pad stick it up on end, let it stuck to it. There you go. What we got in here then? Cassette tape, a brake glass hammer, and
Might need that for the other door.
yeah, and one of them fire extinguisher. That's what I'm trying to say. Nice few cobwebs. seats flip forward, yeah. The seats in it are mint, aren't they? Seats are actually in really good condition. The headliner not so much. But the seats themselves are absolutely fine, which is good, because that's probably the most expensive bit of an interior, and getting the seats retrimmed, so pretty pleased with that. That's good.
What, that centre console bit looks very much like a DeLorean one, doesn't it?
Cool, yeah, it does, doesn't it? Even splays out at the back like a DeLorean one. I was talking to Dan about this on the way here. The DeLorean and the Esprit and the XL chassis are very, very similar. They've both got a centre backbone with like a Y at each end, or an X, I suppose you'd call it, a big X. Right, I'm going to lean across and see whether we can get that door open. Let me get in the car and I'll come back to you.
Yep.
See if we can unlock this. Oh, there's cobwebs everywhere. Yes, we're in. Well, that door seems to have opened a bit easier than this passenger one as far as being crunchy. So let's get some WD-40 on that hinge again. Let's see what we get. Kind of sort of know where they are now, but not really. You can tell this is not put on in any way. This is the real deal. You can see how long this has been sitting for. It's got an air pumper on the seat, look, for your bolster. See that?
Oh yeah.
A little air bladder. I can't believe it's got aircon. It's mega. Just gonna try and get in there now, it's slightly open, and get a bit more on that bottom hinge. Cobwebs. That seat goes back a bit. Let's get there. See that? Live spider. Go away. No, it won't move. Alright. Got electric mirrors, electric windows. This is all mod cons in here for a Lotus, isn't it? What's the mileage? 89,480. It's not bad. Not bad, is it? These door hinges are questionable. Very questionable. I think what we might have to do is close it again and try and wrinkle it in and out a bit more that way.
What are these like for getting parts for?
No idea. No, it's stuck. There we go. Lift it up and it goes. So the door's obviously dropped quite a lot. First job on this car is going to be repairing these door hinges, because that won't open any more than that one. I'm actually running out of WD-40. You want to see under the bonnet, didn't you?
I would like to. Well, I'm not sure.
What do you want to say?
Oh, it popped.
Very fine, it ain't got an engine in it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's an engine in there.
It's got a gas strut on it. That has not seen the light of day for probably over 23 years. That is unbelievable. See, you see all these YouTube channels in America where they find all these cars that have not been touched for mega years, and I always think to myself, I wish I could find something like that. There you go. This is the moment. I'm both excited and scared at the same time, if I'm honest. Cam belt lives under there, look. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. Still got a little bit of flex in it. It'd be okay to turn it over by hand with, I reckon.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to start it on it. You can see these covers, they should be red, and that denotes the high, plant's going through here, that denotes the high horsepower engine. See the red there, look? Because I think because this is an SC, this is 180 brake, whereas the normal ones earlier on were 160. So I've read up anyway. Not that I've been sad and been looking on the internet every night or anything. Much. Cooling fan down there. That looks very DeLorean.
It does actually, doesn't it? Yep, the shroud and everything, it's very similar, doesn't it?
Yeah. Very DeLorean. But it's all here, that's the main thing, it's complete. So at least you know where you're starting from as far as if you've got to take it apart. In theory, you can
aircon
document.
compressors down there.
Is it? Cool. Imagine if that still works. It'd be like your DeLorean. Dan didn't have gas in his DeLorean for 4 years, 5 years.
Well, ever since I've owned it. So what was that?
How long was that?
Yeah. I think now.
Anyway,
8 years, something like that.
We drove to Hamburg in 42-degree heat and in with no aircon, and he had it gassed at the last meet. It's working absolutely perfectly. So there you go. That's a testament to old AC systems, and that isn't even with the right gas either, is it?
No, it's the newer gas, yeah, but
it's still holding. This has got.
Runs
This has
lovely.
literally got weeds growing right through the middle of the intake and carbs.
yeah, it's all coming up through here as well.
Are they, what type of carbs are they? Are they DCOs? Delta Lotus, yeah.
Yep.
Delta Auto. What's that back plate thing? Don't know what that is. Just tell him maybe that's maybe the part number, because that says cover an element on that.
Oh
one.
yeah. Could be, couldn't it?
So there you go. That's the first look at this engine. I've not seen it before. Obviously Dan hasn't seen it before. This is the first time Dan's seen the car. He was quite excited to see this car until now, weren't you?
I was, and now I've seen it, I'm not so sure, but
It's a good job the body's plastic, isn't it? That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
yeah, I don't think there'd be much left if it wasn't.
No, that's true. It'd be like this door frame over here.
This one, this side is
This side's got more
a
of the
lot.
rain coming
Yeah,
in,
it's a
isn't
lot
it?
better. This one don't look too bad at all.
That's all right. That's what restoration is. At least we can save it. There's something left to save. That's the main thing. Don't know if we're going to shut these doors again now though.
Yeah.
We've got a trailer of its own.
I might have to put a ratchet strap around the whole car to keep them shut.
Have you got ratchet straps?
No.
Oh. Can't do that then. We'll have to go and buy a ratchet strap from B&Q. Right. I think the next thing then is to just notice the handbrake's off. That's lucky.
We try and move it.
Or do you want to attach it to the winch and see if it'll move? Or do you want to try
Should we pump this tyre up again first?
Can do. It might not hold air for very long, but
Yeah.
so it only took 20 minutes for it to go down, didn't it?
Well, just yeah. Well, we should better see if we can at least rock it.
Yeah, alright. Let's set him up on a tripod then. We'll set you up on a tripod, everybody, and we'll see if we can get this to move a little bit. Right. Dan said his money's on no, this is going to move. I think he's probably right. Ready?
What way you going? Pushing it. Right.
No chance.
Solid.
No chance. Right, okay. Do you want to have the wheels off then, or do you want to try and winch it on? We've got this corner jacked up to free the wheel off, and we didn't need to, so we're going to go around to the other side now and see if that one's free. If that is, then we'll move on to the back, so we'll come back to you in a second. Right, the passenger front wheel is also totally free, so we're on to the back now. Just show us, Dan, before you take that wheel off, what it does, please.
Yeah.
So basically, he's got slop either way, as if it's not the brakes that are seized on, it's more something to do with either the axle or the prop shaft. So we're just going to take the wheel off and see if we can get a bar in between the studs and see if we can get it to break loose. That's the idea. Cool, look at those discs. They're a bit rusty.
A bit.
Wow. It's mental, isn't it? The thing with that is you might not get it under there. Not on a smaller one maybe. Don't want to fit in between the studs, is it? Turn it sideways, mate. That's it.
Body before it.
Yeah. I'm going to get one of my smaller bars.
Yeah, we're gonna have to, aren't we?
Yeah. Alright, alright. So hold the line, peeps. Right, we're going to get another bar. See what we can do. At the bottom of the box. That go in there. Didn't bring a longer one because I didn't think it'd be useful, but quite it's proper seized, isn't it? So that isn't the. It's not the brakes.
No,
That just moves.
It's the hub moving within the disc. Look.
Is it the brakes? Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, yeah.
And a little bit of
So
slop
don't
on
know
the
discs moving though.
yeah,
Look,
there's a little bit of slop on the pads, I think, isn't it? Oh, yeah, actually.
it looked like it was moving to me. The whole thing's moving when you do it.
It's not the pad.
See?
No, it's not the pad moving, is it?
No, it's the disc.
This is the pad the other side, moving a little bit.
So maybe it's worth like rocking it to.
can't see down into that with that other disc padding. You know then.
Definitely the whole thing moving. So it's not the pads that are seized. Do you think it's worth getting the other? Oh my god! I was gonna say get the other wheel up in here to try and spin them so they both go opposite directions to start with. Because it won't have a limit slip diff in it, will it?
I wouldn't have a clue, to be honest with this.
No, I don't know either. It's all new to me. Seeing it here first, folks. This is.
These are like DeLorean ones as well, don't they?
Yeah. I think basically the DeLorean is a Lotus in disguise, really, isn't it? But maybe not quite as well engineered because they spent a bit longer on the Lotuses. It's got better trailing arms. Got Y-shaped trailing arms. Look.
Yeah.
Right, we're gonna have a little play around with this. See if we can get this freed up, and we'll come back to you as soon as it is. Right, we're on the driver's side rear corner now, and this is the one that looks like it's completely stuck solid. So we're going to see if we can get the caliper undone. Might have to take the carrier off with it, Dan. What do you reckon? It's got 2 bolts going through the back here, look. One at the top here.
Oh yeah.
They're probably the easiest ones. And we'll get that caliper off and see if we can pry it off. And maybe just take the pads out and then bolt it back on again for now, just so that it's on there and it's not swinging around. So we're going to do that, and we'll come back to you and show you our progress in a minute. Getting dark, so we've got to get this done. Right, Dan's under there trying to get this caliper off. What do you need, mate? Sorry.
And a 70mm impact socket.
Yep.
I've got this brake bar in there.
Let me grab my backpack. Not the car.
Oh. Keys on the trailer.
It's alright. Huh? On the trailer? It's alright. Oh, see what you mean. Looks like Dan's doing all the work here. He's doing all the work here. It's turning, isn't it? Isn't Dabby doing it?
That's going.
But considering how long it's sat here, if there's only one brake out of 4, that ain't bad, is it? Couldn't believe the front 2 were free running, to be honest with you. Very rusty they looked.
Put your foot on the brake pedal, though.
No, probably not now.
Then they go in and stay in there.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Maybe you might want a longer one, I don't know. Oh, it's going. Yes, well done. Look at that. There you go.
Look at that.
How does that turn?
That's slightly worrying. Like,
it's the same again, look, hub turn, but this doesn't. Like the other side. There's something other than the brakes.
there's not another brake under there behind it, is there? Well, like a separate handbrake caliper. No?
Can't see anything.
Nothing inboard, is there?
Not that I can see. It's a good point though, where does the handbrake go?
It's not on there, is it?
No.
So it must have a separate inboard handbrake somewhere.
That's what's stuck.
That's what's stuck, yeah, it must be. Bear in mind, neither of us know anything about XLs at all. We may have to make a little phone call.
But then if it was inboard, the hub wouldn't turn.
That's true, yeah, that's true, yeah. Yeah, that is true.
Something's holding this disc.
That little grub screw on the front under, that little screwdriver I got. Still in it.
Oh, there it is under the impact driver.
Don't even know what that does, to be honest with you, but I assume it must do something.
The rubber cover.
Is it? Get around the edge of it, yeah, that's it. handbrake is inboard inside that.
That's a drum, isn't it?
Yeah, it's inside that drum.
That's it.
That's exactly what it is. Just as you did that, I was like, ding, light bulb moment. So it's got inboard, sorry, not inboard, in drum handbrake, and
yeah, this is the cable for it. Look.
yeah, and discs for obviously the normal braking. So what about if we try and get the disc off, and then we can, because obviously you're supposed to be able to turn that disc so that hole lines up with the adjuster, but if you can't get to the adjuster, obviously you can't undo it. So I wonder if we try and pop the disc off.
Yeah. I reckon that's why you're getting a bit of movement on the other.
Yeah.
Because the shoes are just moving slightly.
we was worried that it was going to be like an axle or something like that. If we get a...
Try giving the drum a clout to start with.
Yeah, I've got a club hammer, that might be better because it's give it a thwang, won't it? Thwang, that's a good word, that. That's exactly what it is, because the handbrake isn't actually on. Ready?
Yep.
Starts moving.
I think it is. Hang on. Get a
I'll go the other way.
better angle on it. Get a bit more weight on it.
Stand on it maybe.
I think it is.
Don't fall. It's going. Yes!
Suddenly went then, didn't it?
Yeah, so if we can work that round a few times, we might even be able to just push it now. No? Keep hitting it, or just work it round a few times. Oh, maybe you let me do it.
Yeah, go on then.
If in doubt, give it a clout. See? It's the famous old saying, it always works.
Well, the hammer is your favourite tool.
The hammer is my favourite tool, as you will all probably know, especially with a Reliant van at the moment, which can do one. Can't stand it in there. Oh.
Do you want to whack it again while you turn it?
Might be good, or I might just need going around a few times, I don't know. But give it a go, I suppose. Trying to get it so I can.
Do you want me to whack him for you?
Might be able to do it by hand if you whack it now. Go on. Excellent. It's very stiff still, but
It's probably enough to get it on the trailer though.
bloody spider. Go away. Easier.
Whack it in there.
I wonder if we can get to the adjuster through there now, and we'll back the adjuster on. Probably right, actually, isn't it, I reckon?
We're trying to lighten it up. Try and find it. I can see some springs. Go on, keep going.
Keeps getting stiff at one point, you see. Well, the magic's probably going to be up the top.
Oh. Not sure. No. Can I go a bit slow?
Well, I reckon that'd be alright with a winch now, wouldn't it? You leave it like that. No point in doing it if we don't have to for now. It's getting dark, isn't it?
True.
If I can move it by hand like that, pushing it with a winch, it's going to roll, isn't it? With a bit of weight on it. You reckon?
Yeah, the winch will put it on that. But
It's just that little bit there.
it's going to be a pain for you to move it around when you drive though, isn't it?
Well, once it's on the drive, I can work on it where it is. It's annoying, it's easy all the way around and it gets to there.
Should I spray some WD in there?
Well, chances are I'm going to have to change the pads, aren't they? Mind you, no, that'll be alright. I reckon that'll be alright. Once it's just that stiff, that one stiff bit, yeah.
Try going the other way.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, that looks easier.
Yeah, just a minute. Yes, that's not too bad. It's still a little bit stiff, obviously, but it's probably, as you say, enough to get it on the trailer. And we can get it all apart. Well, I can get it all apart and get it home. Do you reckon?
I reckon, yeah. We can probably actually get the disc off now.
And the bar behind it.
Is actually moving quite a bit there.
Probably just got a load of rust in one position on the drum, just wants cleaning up. So it's so annoying, it's like really free on one bit, isn't it? There it goes, you got it. Now if you get a bar both sides of it, I'll get in this side and you get in that side. Yeah.
Well, we can because the shoes is showing through now.
I reckon just put it back on and leave it. Make them work for yourself otherwise, isn't you? Get the hammer. Next to you.
It's so close.
You want to see what's inside, don't you?
I'm curious, yeah.
So we go. You're nearly there, it's getting there. Go on. Damn power, we'll call it now.
Go on. Finish it off.
Well, you've done most of it. Socket set up your backside.
There we go.
Safe to say, that's a pretty rusty. Not a lot left on those shoes, but they're not actually in bad condition. They're still stuck. I was expecting them to be unglued. That's what was holding it. But not.
This is the adjuster at the top then, is it?
No, I think the adjuster must be. It's under there. It's like a toothed wheel.
Oh, okay.
If I can get that to wind back a little bit. See it in there, look.
What actually displays them out then when you the handbrake goes on?
The adjuster is built into the cylinder by the looks of it.
Oh, I see.
Well, no, it's not got a cylinder, is it? It's only cable. So it's got a cable that probably pivots an elliptical can, just opens them out at the bottom.
Is this at the top there?
Just a pivot.
Oh, I see, yeah.
So if we get that round to the bottom now. That's turned easy. The question is which way is it in and which way is out? Is that going in or out? That's going in. I think.
Had the movement there, were they?
Yeah, this one was. I was watching it.
Yeah.
It's only a little minute bit at a time. You try that, put it back on and see.
Not free it.
Probably just all the gunk in here.
Yeah. Try it again then.
I suppose that hole lines up with that hole, does it? No, it lines up with that one. That's a lot better, isn't it? Look at that. That's perfect. Right, get that wheel back on. Oh, caliper.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to try and get a bar or something in there just to squeeze them in a bit, or would you let this one work?
Got them big grips? I'm going to squeeze it back in.
This is all live, folks. This is not what you get on the old Discovery Channel and all the rest of it, where they make it all look super easy. This is real world stuff. You might want them a bit closer together. Yeah. That's it. Stuck?
Yeah, I'd say so.
In theory, if that's stuck, it should just go round then, because it was half going round before, wasn't it?
It was.
Slide it on and see if it turns. Just slide it on.
Give it a squeeze.
Give it a go. I'll do the calipers. What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? Come on. Right, that's definitely going to be free now. It's all going rather well. The only problem we've got at the moment is we don't know if we're going to shut the doors yet. It's going to be the next issue. Can we do that?
If you want.
It's up to you.
Try and get the bolt started.
I've got my electric ratchet, if that makes it easier, just to buzz them back up with. Oh, outside light, that's handy. No, I said I don't think we need our torches today.
That's going now. So, do enough, is it?
Yep. Yeah. At least now we know the what to do. Makes things easy, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Anything is you probably shouldn't have done that one right up tight because you can't wiggle that bottom one. You have to get it in.
Line up.
Just in case. This is another new head on this ratchet. Yeah. 2 days before it was out of warranty, luckily. Still turn? Yeah, lovely. Right, get that wheel back on. Put that little cap back in there. Right. I'm going to try and pump this back up.
Might as well try, aren't we?
I don't think it's
going to do it last minute before we try and put it on the trailer.
Yeah, alright. I'll put it on a non-flat bit as that. Just to give it a bit of extra height.
Actually, we've got another jack, haven't we?
Yeah.
Should we just go and work on the other side? And I'll stick that on the compressor in the car.
Still what on the compressor?
The tyre.
Oh, I see.
Just leave it running while we put the other side. Saves using a foot pump.
Yeah. I'm just looking at to see if it had a date code on it.
It's probably pre-date codes, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. Right, let's get this. I bought a compressor with me, but if it's up to you if you want to use yours or mine.
I've got one in the car. I'll chuck it on and...
Bit of foliage. Right, we're going to move around to the other side, do exactly the same process again, and we'll come back to you when we've got the other side free. Right, as you can see, we've got this side drum off and the shoe linings have come off, which is what I thought was going to happen on the other side, but obviously it didn't. So this side was bound up because of that, and the other bit of it is stuck in the drum in there. Can you see that? That section. So that is what was causing this. So we're going to scrape that out with a screwdriver, whack this drum back on, or disc and drum back on. Obviously we ain't got to worry about brakes at the moment, it's only going on the trailer. And hopefully we should have a rolling Lotus for the first time in 23 years. Oh yeah!
We'll wiggle it over first, bring it back again, and then drop it.
Right, all the brakes are free. We're now in the process of getting it on the trailer basically. So we're going to, as Dan just said, wiggle it around a bit, backwards and forwards. Hopefully that should do the trick with any luck. Don't run them keys over. Put that handle and them keys inside. Jacking points. Got to pick up the jacking points as you go.
And then I'll hand over there as well.
Is that going to be in the way? It's got to come this way, innit? So it should be alright. Just want to make sure it's good to the right now. That tyre's still going down.
The only thing is, have that a bit of an angle.
Can you go round the trailer to start through there?
But under the trailer?
Yeah.
Oh, and then get it up on the ramps and move.
Yeah, you move this thing, yeah.
I think I also don't really know what to put on, so apart from the suspension arm.
What?
I don't know what to put on to other than the suspension arm.
It's not going to be a lot of pressure in that because it's rolling quite easy, isn't it?
Got that torch?
Yeah.
Yeah. And behind this bracket that holds the roll down.
Yeah. It's not a load of pressure, is it?
Yeah. Right, you steering then?
Yeah, go on then.
You're going to just pop a bit of lock on to start with.
I know. Hang on, do it. Come on.
You're right off this ramp this side.
Right on it this side. Or do I go your way? I'll go your way.
It's not going this way.
I'll go my way.
Yeah.
Right.
Going to be a squeeze on it, you know?
Things like that. Right.
Better, yeah. Do it straight for a little while.
Yeah. You got to move the winch.
Yeah, yeah. Got to chop the back.
Yeah, I'll put this wood under it and hold it. Go on.
Ready?
Yeah. Right. Let's put it under the trailer to start with because it's going to dig into the bumper otherwise. Wedged on there now.
No, I'm not on there yet.
I say it's wedged on there. Oh, watch out!
Whoops.
Sure you don't want me to wind it up.
What the line is, it went while it was off, wasn't it?
Well, it was off the winch.
Yeah, I didn't reattach it.
Right.
Did you let go, did you?
No, I didn't mean to, it just started rolling. What about if...
I think we're just going to have to do it, because once it hits them ramps, it's going to come up anyway, away from the bumper.
What about if I just give it a heave-ho and get it halfway up the ramp?
You can.
Get the front wheels onto the flat.
Yeah. I'm not sure you will.
Oh, no, let's have a go.
Go on.
I'm going to go back first. I'm going to get the little bit of the ramp. So, you ready?
Yeah.
Go on, get it on there now, Dan. I'll hold it there.
Hold it there, yeah?
Yeah, go on. All right. I've got the car, go on. Well done.
Oh, bloody hell.
Got a block of wood there now. As long as that's a bigger block of wood.
Knock some more slack out, because it's further back. Not long enough now. That'll do.
Should be right now, I reckon, shouldn't it? That's halfway up, thanks for that. You want a torch?
That's right. That was weird, that was... Just trying to put the hook on and it disappeared.
There you go.
That was finished.
Oh, TV, yeah. Right again. All right, your side.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
You might have to close the door. I'm going to get on the light.
Yeah.
Easy said and done. Oh, that's right. Maybe not. I'll lose that. Alright, yeah. Hang on. Go on.
Right, suddenly got easier.
Yeah. Front wheel's on the flat now. Alright, your side. You going to see the mud card?
Yeah, we're just about to right.
It's a bit of skip, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, the wheels are right on that edge. It's about to oh yeah. About even.
Is it? Couldn't have got a smaller trailer.
Now the only problem is now,
Yeah.
once it comes up on the flat, the whole thing's going to want to come straight forward, so we need something to block it with, don't we?
I've got more if you want it.
Okay, thank you. Well, it's got that lift on the trailer as well.
Yeah. Front thing's a bit of this,
It shouldn't happen, shouldn't it?
yeah.
Oh, thanks, Tom. Well done. Thank you. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, go on.
Right, yeah, we're taking steering
My way.
your way, yeah. Yeah, you're okay this side, just.
This is such a cool looking car.
Back on the flat, are we?
You've got about another 1.5 foot before your back wheels hit the main part of the trailer.
You want to stand by with that block then in case it suddenly comes?
Back wheel's going over the lift of the trailer. Yeah. Hang on, let me push it. Go on. Right.
Yeah.
I think it's because that tyre's gone flat. It's just the tyres squeezing on the side of the trailer. Go on.
Right, hang on.
Yeah, you want to go this way, didn't you? Yeah. Alright. Go on then. You do that.
Yeah, pretty much. So you see how it is on the car?
You're well on the trailer.
On there.
Yeah. Alright. Car's not even on there. I'll go a bit more forward than that, right?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah, go on quickly. Stop there for a sec.
Yeah. Car looks alright, but bear in mind it is on a funny angle, the car, so it might just be a bit different to what it should be, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think you're about right there, to be honest.
I reckon.
Don't want to go closer than that, do you? No.
No, we'll get it out on the road and if it needs to be adjusted a bit, we can.
Yeah, alright. There we go. First time off the drive in 23 years. That's mega, isn't it? There we go, we're all loaded up as you can see. It is absolutely pitch black out here now, so we're going to jump in the car and get going and get this whole beast home. Top banana. Right then, as you can see, we've made it back home to MEC-TEC headquarters, trouble free. As you can probably imagine, we got home pretty late last night, so I've saved ending the video until the next morning. The old Lotus is looking, as it did before, pretty sorry for itself, but it is on the road to recovery, which is what it's all about at the end of the day. So I'm not sure what's going to be next. It is obviously going to be quite a long-term project, this one. It's not going to be a quick turnaround, you know. It needs going through and making sure everything's safe and all that sort of thing, so it's going to take a little while. I don't know when the next video is going to be. Probably the first thing I'm going to do is clean it and see what we come up with underneath. I'm curious to know what's hiding underneath all this dirt, and just to see how good we can get it, you know. So that will probably be the next video. Whether it will be straight away, I don't know yet. Obviously that's going to be time will tell on that side of things. I've got quite a few other things in front of this one, really, as far as projects are concerned, as you well know. So there we go. Now I have got to say a massive thank you to a few people. The first off being Tom, the previous owner, for contacting me and obviously letting me buy the car. I know he was a little bit reluctant to sell it, because obviously he's had it for 25 years, but he did in the end say to me that he thinks it's best to go to a new home. So I do really appreciate it, Tom. Thank you very much for selling me the car. The next person I need to thank is my dear old dad for lending me the money to buy the car in the first place. Bank of Dad strikes again. So thanks, Dad, for lending me the money. The third person is obviously Dan, my mate Dan. I could not do a lot of these projects without him helping me out with the trailer and the muscle power and the know-how sometimes as well to get these things back home. We've done quite a few projects together now and got them back here, and obviously saved quite a few different cars. So massive thanks to Dan as well, and of course Mrs. MEC-TEC for putting up with all my shenanigans and having things like this sitting on the front of the driveway, which is why I think maybe I need to clean it just so it looks a little bit nicer on the front of the house. There we go. Right, if you do like what you see, make sure you do 4 things for me: like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell. It's all free, it costs you absolutely nothing, and I really do appreciate it. If you could do that for me, it would be absolutely mega. If you do like projects like this, make sure you go through my back catalogue. There are quite a few other cars on there now that we have either repaired or saved or whatever. So it is obviously a bit of an obsession of mine, as you can probably tell. Remember, I've got Instagram, MEC_TEC1985, and I've got Facebook, MEC-TEC, for little sneak peeks during the week of what I'm up to. And all that's left me to say is thank you very much for watching, and if you want to join me soon for more automotive adventures like this, then make sure you tune in again next time. Cheers, guys.